Splatoon 3 Side Order DLC is one of the best modes in Splatoon history, and I was able to play over an hour of it thanks to my friends at Nintendo America. Let me tell you everything you need to know. How's it going, everyone? It's Abdallah here, bringing you a Splatoon 3 Side Order hands-on preview. Now, I've got a lot of time with the game thanks to my friends over at Nintendo, who not only flew me out to San Francisco, but they took care of all the accommodations along the way so that I can get just about as pumped up and excited as you are for this game. Now, trust me, I played a lot of Splatoon over the years, and I want to say that this mode is going to be the absolute best mode ever. Like, seriously, ever. Anyway, I'll jump in and tell you exactly what it's all about. Before we get started, there are a bunch of story spoilers that I'm going to refrain from, so if your question or curiosity isn't answered in this video, hit that subscribe button and join me as I live stream the whole campaign on my channel. So you may be wondering, what exactly is the Side Order DLC? Well, if you've purchased Splatoon 3 and the expansion pass, you'll be able to explore an all-new single-player mode within the game. Side Order would be classified as a roguelite, or a game where you continuously run through levels to get to an ending, and if you lose, you carry over permanent upgrades and bonuses to make your next attempt easier. The perfect example of another popular roguelite would be the game Hades. Your character ends up in a digital world where you meet a mysterious character named Oct in an elevator. Oct explains what's going on with the story, obvious spoiler-free preview here, and that you'll have to scale up 30 different floors in order to beat the final boss. Every 10 floors will contain some sort of boss battle, so brace yourself as you have a limited number of lives to beat it with. You'll be given a specific weapon palette that has 36 empty slots in which you'll be able to earn different color chips to power your character up. If you're looking to 100% the mode, there's a color chip encyclopedia that you can strive to fill in with one of every color chip found amongst the unlimited floors within the game. Now that we have all the color chips on screen, I'll explain the different groups of them. Power is pretty obvious. These color chips help make your shots deal a lot more damage and help with defeating multiple enemies at a time. Support is all about helping your character defensively, like giving you the Ink Saber skill. Range helps out with augmenting how far each of your shots will go. Mobility helps customize exactly how fast you'll be able to move in each of the floors. Lucky is going to help improve your rate of item drops when you KO enemies, as well as help boost the chance of mini-bomb spawns. Yeah, I'll touch base on that a little bit later. And lastly, the drone group is helping boost the Pearl drone to think on its own and attack enemies with splat bombs or killer whale beams. Now, taking a look at the Dualies palette, you'll see various families of power-ups including power, support, range, and even more. In this example, within 16 floors, we've collected 6 power color chips, 2 support color chips, 2 range color chips, 2 mobility color chips, as well as a few more. Each of these color chips are very similar to sub-skills on gear within the main game, but offer even more augmentation to your character's output. And yes, you can get multiples of the color chips and stack them to make them even more powerful. The run from floor 1 to floor 30 is going to be filled with all sorts of options that will allow you to choose different color chips to make your character focus on different aspects. Do you take the easy route of spiraling slope floor and collect the splash damage color chip and a low coin reward, or do you risk the harder floor of Sitting Duck Valley floor and a more powerful drone splat bomb color chip and an even larger coin reward? Yeah, the decision is all up to you. Cashing in on harder challenges will reward you with even more coins that you can use to help re-roll floor rewards or even hit up vending machines throughout the building. There are a ton of different floor types, including destroying all the enemies, hitting an infinity ball into a goal, similar to billiards, defending splat zones for a period of time, or even firing at a lift to move it along a fixed path to a goal. You'll eventually get used to all the different types of challenge floors in a way that'll help you make a more informed decision on how you want to climb up the skyscraper. In order to beat these floors, you'll have to master all of the new mechanics in the game. One of my favorites is going to be the mini-bombs. You'll first have to unlock the Lucky skill via color chips, and when you KO enemies, there's a chance that a mini-bomb will spawn out of the defeated enemy and explode right around them. If you max out your luck and stack even more of these mini-bomb power-ups, you can cause a huge chain reaction of ink that will destroy everything around it. Another fun mechanic is utilizing the Pearl drone to help assist with taking out enemies. By default, the Pearl drone has no power-ups and only turns her head and locks onto nearby enemies, allowing you to see exactly where the threats are coming from. You'll have to choose the drone color chips to power her up to potentially toss out splat bombs or use the killer whale attack automatically. Trust me on this, Pearl drone's AI controls are very accurate and helpful, so don't sleep on powering up your buddy. Lastly, one of the new mechanics is this interesting spinning top, where if you shoot at it, it'll blast through enemies for massive damage and bounce off walls. Keep an eye on the angles in which you launch them, and you'll be set up for a successful takedown of many enemies at once. Now, speaking of enemies, there's a ton of new types of enemies that you'll have to get used to knocking out on all of the floors. There are enemy spawners in almost every floor, so you'll have to blow up their spherical target to eliminate them. Keep an eye out for runners too. Their AI programming focuses on evading all of your maneuvers, and they'll even notice if you lock onto them or look in their direction. Your best bet is to spray some ink in front of their path to slow them down and then take them out. One of the last things we need to master is all of the boss floors. Now, the boss floors happen on floors 10, 20, and a final boss on floor 30. The bosses that I fought in the preview event on floor 10 were a handful of AI-controlled enemies that reminded me of Octolings. Those enemies were very tough and had all sorts of Splatoon weaponry. You had to fight them in waves of 3, 4, or even 5 at a time. I did have a chance to fight a boss battle during the preview, and let me tell you, it was huge and it felt exactly the way that an epic boss battle should feel like, and I even got splatted once. Now, regardless of the outcome of a failed attempt at a 30-floor run or a successful defeat of a boss on floor 30, you'll be earning a bunch of in-game currencies that will make your character stronger when you reach the main plaza. Chatting with a certain NPC will allow you to permanently upgrade your character by spending that currency so that you'll have an easier time on the next attempt at the skyscraper. I'd recommend buying multiple lives as you only start with 1 life to live, so purchasing 2 or 3 lives is a priority. There are other permanent upgrades such as damage reduction, max armor, broken armor jump, armor recovery, broken armor speed, and the continue ability. Now, if you're familiar with the locker concept in Splatoon 3, you're in for a treat. This is way better than just silly decorations inside of a locker. There's a special set of lockers that are actually locked, and you have to defeat any boss floor of 10, 20, or 30 with a given weapon palette in order to earn a special locker key that will open any of those lockers. Now, these lockers house a bunch of cool items, and I won't mention them due to spoilers, but you're going to want to open every single one of them, trust me. So that's the main idea behind Splatoon 3 Side Order. Choose a weapon palette, aim to complete all 30 floors with it by augmenting its loadout via color chips, receive your locker keys to open various locker doors, and repeat as much as possible. The mode allows you to earn as much currency to purchase permanent upgrades in order to make your job of opening every locker or collecting every color chip a lot easier. And there you have it, everyone, Splatoon 3 Side Order. Are you excited for this very awesome one-player mode? Oh my gosh, I know I am. Trust me, I've done a lot of the online multiplayer within the game, and yeah, I've gone through and beaten the campaigns in all of the Splatoon games, but this one is very special. I think that the concept of it being a roguelite is going to be so cool. And trust me, I'm going to go through and stream this entire game. We're going to 100% it with every single weapon, getting to the very top. Oh my gosh. And trust me, those lockers, dude, we got to open them all up and find out what's inside, right? Anyway, you guys are amazing. Thank you so much for watching. If you have a friend that enjoys Splatoon, definitely share this video with them so that they're just as excited as you guys are for this game when it comes out on the 22nd of this month. I'm so pumped. Oh my gosh. Anyway, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, share the video with a friend. Of course, I'll catch you guys later. Thanks for watching.